Hey everybody, this is John with Scada. We're going to talk to you today about setting up an alarm for some of the features you may be viewing in Hawkeye. Here we have a sample of one of our clients who is monitoring a water system with 2 elevated tanks. They have 3 wastewater lift stations they're monitoring as well, and also a clear well level at a water treatment plant. So this is a small municipality. We're using the program Tomahawk to set up alarms and contact groups for this client. So the first thing we may want to do is set up an alarm for a tank level. Take here, for instance, this remote tank. It's currently at 31.3 feet. For the sake of argument, let's just say that our operator wants to know if this tank ever rises above 33 feet or if it ever falls below 20 feet, because that would be an alarm situation that he wants to know about. So what we'd do, we'd go over here. This is our Tomahawk window. We would click the alarms button, and we have a list of alarms pop up that we already have created. We're wanting to add a new alarm. So let's go up here and click add, and it will bring up a department selector list, and we're going to select groundwater because this is in the water department. So hit next. Next, we're going to input the name of the alarm, and we will call this remote tank level alarm. And you can call it whatever you want to. That's up to you. So we'll hit OK. Next, we're going to choose the type of alarm. Since this is a tank level alarm and it's monitoring a pressure transducer, it's giving us analog information, so we're going to choose analog, which is there by default. Next, we're going to select the tag to be monitored. A tag is a physical device in the field, in this case a pressure transducer that's monitoring the level in this tank. So we'll hit OK. Our tag picker comes up. We will hit this drop-down menu and select groundwater. We got, select the division or the department you're in. And we are looking for remote tank. So go up and down this list. We see remote tank right here. Drop down there. And then we see the tag for remote tank level. In the system, that tag is number 74. So we'll double click on remote tank level. Now it's telling us to input the value. If the remote tank level exceeds, that will cause an alarm. We already said earlier we want to know if this tank rises above 33 feet of water in the bowl, so we'll put 33. We'll hit OK. Now the alarm wants to know if the value of the remote tank drops below a certain point, it will cause an alarm. Our operator wants to know if it drops below 20 feet, so we'll put 20 in the blank. OK. All right, and then now we're going to choose what contact group that this alarm goes to. So this is a group of contacts that are to be contacted in the event of this alarm. In this instance, I'm just going to select none because we're generating an alarm we're not going to keep. But you can go later and change that. So all right, so we'll hit next here. And our alarm has been created. It's selected over here. Currently, you can see the little arrow next to the remote tank level alarm that we created. All right. And over here, you can see this little box in the top left of the Tomahawk screen shows that the alarm is active. It shows that it's in the groundwater department, and it's named remote tank level alarm. It is an analog alarm like we selected, and it's showing the correct tag for remote tank level. Our upper and lower limits are set at 33 and 20, but if we wanted to adjust those, we could simply click in that blank and back that number out and change it to something else, and then we can save up top. Over here to the near the right-hand part of the screen is the delay. So in this instance, if our remote tank drops below 20 feet, let's say, for more than 5 minutes, then it's going to reach out to the contact group that we set. If we wanted to maybe say, I don't want to know that quick, I'd like to give it a little more time for the system to recover, or maybe for whatever reason, you could change that to 10 minutes and save that out. Or maybe even you could say, hey, I'd like to know a little bit quicker than 5 minutes. You could change it to 3 minutes. Or so you can set that delay to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. Also, you can set the alarm to repeat a number of times. So if you wanted to say, hey, I don't want to just hear this alarm once because it's critical, I might want it to get it 3 or maybe even 5 times, or however many times you'd like to receive that alarm. And then in this blank, it says continue to remind me every how many minutes. So what you could do is you can take the alarm and you can say, hey, I want to know about it after 3 minutes, and then continue to remind me every 3 minutes for 5 cycles. So you could also say, well, hey, I don't want to know every 3 minutes, remind me every 15 minutes, and a total of 5 times. So what it's going to do is after 3 minutes, it's going to send out the first alarm. And then if no one responds on the contact list and the situation's still ongoing, 15 minutes later, it's going to send out the next alarm, and it's going to work its way down that contact list until it gets to the bottom, and then it'll start back another time and another time until it goes through 5 times. And that's basically how to create an alarm. Let's do one more if we want to. We'll go here and we'll just remove this alarm that we've created because we're not going to keep it. So we can delete record there. And let's go add another alarm. So remember, we got to this screen in Tomahawk. Right there it says alarms. And let's add another alarm. Let's look back in our program, see maybe we want to add another alarm for this lift station level. All right, so depot lift station level. Let's go back and do that. Go ahead and get back in our Tomahawk screen. Add alarm. This time we'll go to the wastewater department. We'll put depot lift station level alarm. Okay. And this is also an analog alarm, so we can hit next. Select the tag to be viewed or monitored. Wastewater is the department. Depot lift station. There's depot lift station level right there, tag 188. We'll double click on this. And we'll input the level. Let's see. Right now it's sitting at about 5.9 feet. So we'll say we'd like to know if it goes above 15 feet or if it goes below 2 feet. So we'll get back here. So if it exceeds 15 feet or if it goes below 2 feet, and then again we'll just say, hey, the none group can be contacted. Alright, and then there we are. There's our alarm. Default delay is set up like we said earlier. That can be changed. If you want to activate or deactivate an alarm, you can do that right there. Anytime you make a change, you'll see this checkbox up here light up. And if you want to save that change, save it. All right. And that's going to be it, guys. So this is how to create an analog alarm in Tomahawk in correspondence with your Hawkeye program. Thank you so much. And if you ever have any questions about your system, please visit www.hawkremote.com. And you can also contact us at 1-877-700-HAWK.